We're both Eaton educators, and we are so honored to have a few moments to share some thoughts and observations with you. For almost 2 years, we have lived just south of Barcelona in Spain. And since moving here, we've had the opportunity to talk to a variety of providers and leaders working in the field of aging. And we've had an opportunity to talk to them about culture change and person-centeredness and care. In addition, we've spoken to leaders in other countries such as Romania, Finland, and most recently, we spoke with leaders in Russia. We are especially thrilled at being invited to speak to long-term care conferences and seminars, and there we have the opportunity to further explain culture change, the movement, talking about Eden approaches, and the importance of developing leaders throughout the entire person-centered organization. We are encouraged by the growing number of people who know that something needs to change, and they want to be a part of that change. They want to be able to take the theoretical aspects and translate those into practical ways of implementing person-centered care in their communities. It's an interesting time right now to be in Spain during this pandemic. Spain is experiencing the same challenges that everybody is throughout the world, especially as it relates to elders living in the nursing home setting. They have been, and at least in our case, in our conversations, we've been very intentional about talking about the need to bring balance to the medical approach along with nurturing the spirit of elders. We talked with some of our colleagues globally, particularly around those who have already been on the journey, who are already implementing some of the practices, and we asked them, in light of COVID-19, would you change your person-centered model? Without question, 100% of the folks we talked to all said absolutely not. They felt that the model helped them during this pandemic, and it helped them to be successful in spite of the challenges that they were faced. They know their elders deeply, and as physically possible, they have remained and maintained close and continuing contact. And most importantly, they've maintained meaningful engagement with each one of them. When you know your residents, and you all know this, when you know your residents, you're better able to react more quickly to any changes that happen with that resident or with that elder. The other thing that's been great for these organizations is they say that because their staff were empowered, they are able to make decisions throughout the entire day, and they could go with the ebb and flow that happens on a daily basis. One of the care partners we talked to, in fact, was telling us she works in a nursing home here, and she was saying that she noticed one day that one of the residents was acting unusually different, seemed anxious, maybe a little bit scared. So she was able, because she knew this resident, she was able to proactively jump in and spend more time with her, to be more engaged with her, to help her alleviate some of her anxiety. So I'll say, if you're a part of a person-centered organization, be encouraged. Be encouraged that you're on the right track. And just remember to stay intentional and be intentional as you roll out these person-centered practices.
Even though most of our work is still in the United States, like David said, we're excited to expand our work internationally. When you move beyond the cultural nuances and you start pulling back and you look and you realize and you begin conversations about we're all human beings. And when you have those discussions, and it makes it easier for us to facilitate experiences from that human being point of view, because as human beings, we all want to thrive in a human habitat. Absolutely. Which is maintaining our daily routines, doing the things that bring us joy. And like Maya Angelou says, be at home wherever I find myself. So the common theme we're responding to in much of our work now is to support the education and the development of care partners working in all areas of aging services. We continue to notice that organizations, person-centered organizations, have the opportunity to develop their leaders. So there's leaders functioning throughout the entire organization, no matter their job role or their title. To support this belief, we developed and are implementing this year again a year-long leadership academy. And we've added the opportunity for David to do individual coaching with them, which has really taken everything to the next level. But we've noticed some things different this year with the group that we're working with. And through the pandemic, we noticed that we all have thoughts about challenges and what's going on with the people around us, just a different kind of awareness. And so there's two things that we'd like to share that related to that. One thing that we noticed is that many people, many of us are thinking about the why. Why are we doing what we're doing? We found ourselves in the field of aging, many of us, because we're service focused, because for many of us it's a ministry or a calling. Also for others, there was a special older person in our lives, like our grandmothers, and it was important to us that as people age, that they have a great quality of life. So we all find ourselves here for some reason. But now we're thinking about that more deeply. And as we do, it's caused us to question, are we in the right place? Are we doing what we really want to do? Are we using and developing the skills that ultimately nurture our spirit? So that's one thing. A second thing is we've noticed people questioning themselves, am I really doing my best? So now they're kind of thinking about, because of this COVID, and we're thinking about ourselves more deeply, am I doing what I want to do? But also, am I doing my best? And we've noticed for years that many of us and many organizations simply settle for doing good. You know, we think we're working hard and we're doing a good job, and that's kind of where we leave it. But Jim Collins, in his book, Good to Great, reminds us that good is the enemy of great. Think about that. Good is the enemy of great. And without the challenge of moving to greatness, sometimes we just get caught up in settling for good. So we believe that action, along with intention, is where we have the breakthrough for greatness. And Eden provides us the pathway to greatness by supporting us as we focus on quality of life, both for elders and those working with them.
H. Jackson Brown Jr., who's an American author who's best known for the book called Life's Little Instruction Book, he said the following: opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. Opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. All of us, no matter where we are, no matter how we're connected today, we all have the unique opportunity to tell our truth and speak our truth. We all have a story to tell. We all have the experience. We know that nurturing the spirit of elders saves lives. Not only does it save lives, but it improves the quality of life for elders and their care partners.
So don't settle for just being good. Absolutely. Move to greatness. And in the spirit of being versus doing, try to be in the moment, be intentional, and do the dance, because we're the ones on the floor doing the dance, good, bad, or ugly, but let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you.